Have you ever paused to ponder whether our prison system as it stands today might be in violation of the United Nations Treaty Against Torture? This is not a light question to ask, but it's one that merits our attention. The United Nations Treaty Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman, or Degrading Treatment or Punishment, more commonly known as the United Nations Convention Against Torture, is an international human rights treaty that aims to prevent torture around the globe. It's a document of significant importance, agreed upon by nations worldwide, including the United States. The treaty's Article 1 defines torture as any act by which severe pain or suffering, be it physical or mental, is intentionally inflicted on a person for purposes such as obtaining information, punishing, intimidating, or coercing. This definition, however, excludes pain or suffering arising from lawful sanctions. Herein lies a contentious point. The phrase inherent in or incidental to lawful sanctions is broad and open to interpretation, and this ambiguity has been the subject of much debate. On one side of the argument, some may contend that prisons by their very nature inflict a degree of suffering. The loss of freedom, the isolation from society, and often harsh conditions can indeed cause significant mental and sometimes physical distress. This could potentially be seen as a form of torture, as per the treaty's definition. On the flip side, others may argue that these conditions are part of the lawful sanctions mentioned in the treaty. They may view prison conditions as a necessary component of the punishment and deterrent aspect of the criminal justice system. Yet, the treaty's Article 2 prohibits torture in absolute terms, with no exceptions. It requires parties to take effective measures to prevent torture in any territory under their jurisdiction. This prohibition is non-derogable, meaning it cannot be justified under any circumstances, including war, threat of war, internal political instability, public emergency, terrorist acts, violent crime, or any form of armed conflict. In essence, the question hinges on whether the conditions and practices in prisons fall within the realm of lawful sanctions, or if they cross the line into the territory of torture. In conclusion, the debate over whether prisons violate the United Nations Treaty Against Torture is complex and nuanced. It's a question that challenges us to consider the very nature of our justice system, the rights of the incarcerated, and our collective responsibility to uphold human rights. It's a conversation that must continue, as our understanding and interpretation of human rights evolve over time. The road to finding an answer may be long and winding, but it's a journey that we as a society must embark on.